Okay, I've talked a lot on this channel about true mobility training. The best way to improve your mobility, and that's your active control of your joints to the fullest range of motion possible, is to lengthen them under load. So think of barbell lifts, dumbbell lifts through the fullest range of motion as a loaded stretch. So first of all, you can use the weight to pull yourself deeper into the stretch, and also you gain control of that new range of motion with the weight because your body can create tension there. And it's more lasting. Your nervous system will understand, I have strength there, I can go back there. So it sticks a little bit longer than just static stretching. So we're going to take advantage of that with a very simple, quick, barbell only, full body mobility routine. So we're going to break it up into 5 different movements. We're working on the entire body here. The first one is going to be a snatch grip RDL. So wide grip, wherever you need to put the bar to have it right in your hip crease. You'll work your upper back and get really strong because this wide grip's tough on the upper back. And then from here, it's an RDL. So we're just driving our hips back as far as we can until we feel a stretch. And then drive the hips back forward. Back as far as we can until we feel a stretch. You can pause at the bottom a little bit. We're going to do 5 reps here. The next one is going to be a muscle snatch. So you're going to work on internal rotation of the shoulders here and overhead mobility. So you're pulling it up, keeping it as close as possible, and then finishing overhead. Up as close as possible, finishing overhead. We'll do 5 right there. The next one is going to be a behind the neck press. So you will pull the weight down to the traps and then press right back up. Notice my biceps are behind my ears. I've got the bar stacked right over the upper back. Again, this is working on shoulder mobility, overhead mobility, and thoracic extension, which is something that we all need because we spend so much time hunched over in front of us. We need to be able to not round, but extend the upper back. And then the last one is an overhead squat. Make sure that you're pressing up into the bar. Get your squat stance, whatever that is for you. And then here, we're going to pull ourselves all the way down. So now we're working the upper back. We're working the shoulders. We have a really deep bend in the ankle, the knees, and the hips. Again, you can pause for about 3 seconds in the bottom. Start to gain control of that bottom position. Go as low as you can go, as long as you're not rounding your upper back too much. There you have it. Snatch grip RDL. We're working on the posterior chain, the hamstrings, getting a big stretch in there. Muscle snatch, internal rotation, external rotation of the shoulders. And then the behind the neck press is that overhead mobility. And the overhead squat, ankles, knees, hips, upper back, shoulder. I mean, you're hitting everything there. Another cool trick that you can do is, as you're doing this, you'll start to feel your body kind of warming up, opening up, and then the narrower you go with your grip, the more difficult the mobility becomes. So right here, aside from the RDL, that one doesn't become more difficult, but I just narrowed my grip, so I brought it in. Now it's a little higher, and then we'll do the RDLs, right? Driving all the way back, big stretch. We'll do the muscle snatches. Now this requires greater shoulder and overhead mobility, and so does the overhead squat with a narrower stance. Greater mobility from the shoulders, as you can see, and back up. So I would do, for a full mobility workout, about 3 rounds of this, 5 reps each. Take your time through the movements. Start off nice and wide. The wider you go, the easier it'll be. And then slowly narrow it up. And then as the weeks progress, you can probably do this once a week. You can slowly add a little bit of weight. And you can always start off with like a dowel rod or a broomstick. I have a lot of clients do that. To start working on these movements and slowly opening the body up. So that is a simple, full body mobility routine that will affect all the joints in your body really. And you can do it in like 5 minutes.